and I'm here on behalf of Team Team. So as you may already know, we've seen an upward trend of female enrollment within secondary or post-secondary institutions. And in fact, we see more females than males enter college and university since around 1980. Western has been seeing an increase in their numbers. However, we do want to be able to see those similar ratios as we compare them to the national level. So in order to do so, we believe that we need to apply effective communication skills in order to show potential female students here at Western that they have a space here to grow and thrive. We want to be able to show them by implementing a program where potential female students can have a one-on-one video call with representatives here at Western. This is important to us because it will allow them to have a sense of community here even before coming to Western. And continuing off of that, the typical female college student has different priorities than men. They usually think about shopping, sororities, and Chipotle. But as you might already know, we don't have that here. So we want to utilize and use the unique opportunities that we do have here at Western, and show those potential students that we can be taken seriously as a campus. So going back to my program, the one-on-one video calls with those representatives. We want those representatives to also be females here at Western, whether they be students like the ambassadors or they be Western alumni. And this is because we've generally seen that women tend to favorably receive more information from other women. So we want to be able to show that if we can produce successful female students here at Western, that those potential students that might be listening to us can think, oh, maybe I might also have that opportunity here as well. We also believe that first impressions is something that is very important, so we want to utilize that in our video calls as well. So even before those calls happen, we might want to have those female students take a survey to learn about their interests, personalities, and things like that, so we can match them with other representatives that have those similar interests, like mountain biking, skiing, or things like that. This will also allow us, and once that video call happens, we want to take that first initial step to compliment them. Tell them, oh, you look nice in that shirt, or we like your voice, we like your attitude. This will allow us to make that initial forward movement of goodwill and trust, because we want those students to think that we care for them and not think of them as just a number in our system. We also need to rely on active listening to move this program forward. And this is because we also see that in the workforce, women aren't as recognized for their abilities and for their achievements as their male counterparts. So if we can instill that mentality earlier on, they'll be able to, or hopefully, we'll be able to see them apply that wherever they may go, if it's Western, if it's somewhere else, and in their future, when they are more successful. So, in the end, if this program is successful, which we hope it is, we want to be able to apply this to different demographics and different groups that might have a similar culture to Western or something completely different. My dream for this is to be able to apply this so that we can, talk to large amounts of people through those video calls, through different programs like these, so that when people think of Western, it's synonymous with a personal and relatable experience. Because that's what we've been trying to build here at Western, and that's something that we can really capitalize on in our future, and we want to show those potential female students that as we're growing, we can grow with them. Thank you very much. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Yes.
So I like the idea of the one-on-one video calls. Do you have evidence that that's more effective than traditional phone calls, or what?
We believe that video calls are more effective because you can at least see the face of the person that you're talking to. While phone calls are, and as you may already know, phone calls are already very difficult for people of our age to even have. A lot of people would rather not have to take a phone call if they don't have to, right? So video calls is taking that next step because at least you'll be able to see who you're talking to, and while that might be scary at first, it's a lot more relatable than just hearing some random person's voice on the line. Go ahead.
Yes, is the idea to have these video calls with people who have not come to campus?
Yes, so our goal is to, we're targeting those who have heard of Western and maybe are still thinking about it, or those who have been unable to attend our campus, so that we can show them visuals, we can talk to them one-on-one and be able to show and help them build that connection with you. Yes?
Do you think if getting the average high schooler to answer their phone and talk to somebody is already difficult, what do you think your success rate would be getting the average high schooler to sit down and video
I think if we can provide some sort of incentive program or something that will entice them to accept that call, it would benefit our program greatly. But also, we want to emphasize the fact that people should, or the people that we're talking to have already heard of Western and might already be interested. And I feel like this is a unique opportunity that not a lot of schools have done as well. So I feel like this can also just be a talking point so that they can tell their other friends, like, hey, Western did this for me, how cool is that? And hopefully, spread the name as well. So it might not be, like, we might not get like 100% like match rate or like communication rate, but at least we'll be able to spread the word in other ways. Yes.
I want to say you're very well spoken.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, and the shopping sororities and Chipotle bit, I always appreciate a good laugh. I think that categorization comes off as a little bit offensive, actually.
Okay, yeah.
But
any other questions? Cool. Thank you very much, everyone.